He will mention all the procedures to be followed in an organization before the commencement of audit process. So auditor is a person who examines the books of account. So it's not that all work can be examined by a single auditor. While preparing this audit program, it is difficult for an auditor to identify the specialized field of an auditor and assign the work. Depending upon the distribution of work, they can do their work simultaneously. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the fourth session of Unit 2, that is Audit Planning and Control. So in the previous sessions we have learnt about audit planning. So audit planning is nothing but planning in advance about audit process is known as audit planning. So before an auditor goes for an auditing process, so he has to plan in advance what he has to do, when he has to do and who has to do the work, that is auditing work. Next we have learned about audit program. We shall see what are the topics which has been covered in the previous session. So in the previous session we have covered this topic, that is contents of audit program. So before that we shall recall what is this audit program. So audit program is nothing but it is a procedures which is made by an auditor before the commencement of auditing process. So when an organization meets the auditor in order to do the auditing work, so what the auditor will do before the commencement of auditing process, so he will sit and prepare a procedures, also he will sit and prepare a plan as well as a procedure to be followed in that particular organization, which is known as what? Audit program. So depending upon the nature and type of business organization, so he has to prepare a plan, or he has to plan as well as he has to mention the procedures to be followed in that organization, which is known as what? Audit program. Next, we have learned about contents of audit program and preparation of audit program. So what are the points that has to be remembered while preparing an audit program? So here in audit program, he has to mention the date of the commencement of auditing process, nature and type of the business, or that is client's business, then duration of the auditing process, as well as he has to divide the work depending upon the date as per the audit staff. He has to divide the total audit work so that he can conduct the audit work very easily. In the sense, audit program is nothing but the procedure. So he will mention all the procedures to be followed in an organization before the commencement of audit process. Now let us see what are the advantages of audit program. So the first advantage is that audit work can be started immediately. So without any delay. So if an auditor prepares an audit program before the commencement of business, which contains all the procedures as well as the division of work among the staff, so each and every work will be assigned to a respective staff. So here the audit work can be made immediately because each and every staff knows what their work is. So they can go on doing their work. So audit work can be started immediately in a systematic manner as per order. So they can do their work once an audit program is made ready. So if the audit program is ready, then of course the assigned work can be made by each respective staff and it can be made very easily without any delay. Next, audit program ensures that each part of the audit work is completed. So here it ensures that nothing is left out. So each and every part of the audit work is completed because the whole audit work has been divided among the staff. So they will do their respective work. So here each work is completed successfully and no work is left out and nothing is omitted. Omitted is nothing but nothing is left out. So any of the work is not left out. So it is not left out. So it is completed successfully. And the next third one is it provides guidelines. So this audit program acts as a guidelines to the audit staff for the performance of audit work. So it acts as a guidelines. So if any doubt they have, they can refer the audit program because so here I have told you division of work as well as date of work has been assigned. for each and every audit staff, this audit program act as a guideline. So they can refer that audit program and do their work. Next, as the audit program gives clear and detailed instruction, so as it gives clear and detailed instruction to the audit staff in advance, in the sense before the commencement of an audit, so this audit program gives detailed instructions for the audit staff, the auditor is relieved. So here the auditor can get a relief from the botheration of giving instructions again and again. So it is already mentioned in the audit program all the instructions as well as procedures to be followed. So what happens here, each and every audit staff can refer the audit program. So it relieves the main auditor. So it relieves the auditor in giving instructions often and often to the audit staff. Now, who is audit staff and who is an auditor? So auditor is a person who examines the books of account. So it's not that all work can be examined by a single auditor. So for that, what the auditor will do, so he will appoint staffs which is known as audit staff. Now here, auditor act as a main auditor and the other staffs who are under the auditor will do the work as per the work assigned by the auditor. While preparing our audit program, auditor have clearly mentioned what work has to be conducted by each staff. So this reduces the relief of auditor in giving instructions again and again to the audit staff. So botheration of giving instruction to his audit staff from time to time. And the next one is it facilitates proper distribution of work. So I have told you here the whole audit work. So before the commencement of audit, so what the auditor will do? So he'll prepare a program which contains date-wise division of work as well as staff-wise division. So it facilitates proper division of work, proper distribution of work among the audit staff. So here each and every audit staff will know their respective work. So there will be a proper distribution of work. So there will be a no claim that one staff has got higher work or more work and one staff is getting less work. So here there will be a proper distribution of work because it is pre-planned in advance. Next, it facilitates the conduct of audit work by several audit assistants simultaneously. So here you have to remember simultaneously this audit work is being conducted. Why? Because the audit work has been decided in advance. Each one of the audit staff will be knowing their audit work. So they go on doing their work simultaneously. So there is no need to wait for another staff to complete their work. So depending upon the distribution of work, they can do their work simultaneously. It fixes up responsibility. So it fixes up responsibility among the audit staff for any omission or commission. Now, in the audit program, the auditor will mention the distribution of work. Along with that, if any mistakes which is made in that particular distribution of work. So if a work is distributed to a particular staff and that staff have committed certain mistake, then he will be responsible. He will be held responsible for that mistake. So it creates a responsibility among the staff because each and everyone knows their particular work. So if any mistakes is made by any particular staff, then he will be held responsible. So it creates a responsibility among the audit staff because each and every work is distributed among the audit staff. If any mistake is made, then he will be held responsible. It helps the auditor to watch the progress made by the audit staff in the audit work. So it also helps to identify the progress of the auditor. So since the work has been assigned, so depending upon their efficiency, they are doing their work. So it helps to identify the progress of the audit staff. So it helps to identify progress as well as efficiency of the audit staff. And the next one is, it helps the auditor to exercise effective control over his audit staff. So here There will be effective control over the audit staff by an auditor because the work has been distributed and they have to do their particular work. They are responsible for that work. At the same time, they are responsible for the mistakes what they have made in that particular work. So here there will be a proper control. So no staff can be missed out or they cannot miss their work. So here each and every staff is under the control of an auditor under audit program. Next, it facilitates continuity in the audit work. In case one clerk goes on leave, his work can be continued by the another clerk very easily, as the audit program contains record of the work done and the work that remains to be done by each clerk. Now, for example, I have told you here there will be continuity of work. So, they can do on, the audit staff can do on their work simultaneously. So, if any audit staff is on leave, so his work can be continued by other staff, because here there will be a record for the work which is conducted by each staff through this audit program. So, there will be a proper control. At the same time, the works go on simultaneously. It helps to complete the audit work within the scheduled time. So, if there is a proper plan, it's not only in case of auditing process, in any of the activities what we are going to undertake. So, if we have given that time schedule, of course, we are going to do that, or we are going to complete that work in that particular time schedule. If the time is not set, then we will relieve ourselves and will not conduct the work. In the same way, in auditing process, it helps to complete the audit work within the scheduled time, because this audit program is drafted already, and each day as well as date wise as well as staff wise, the audit work has been distributed. So, it goes on simultaneously and it can be completed in a scheduled time. Next, it serves as the evidence of work done by the auditor. So, it acts as a evidence because it is already been planned, and according to that, this auditing work has to be made. So, it acts as a evidence. It can be produced in a court of law as an evidence in case the auditor is charged with negligence in the performance of his duty. So, if any case of negligence happens, then the auditor gives this audit program as a evidence. So, he will tell that we have conducted this audit work as per the audit program. So, this acts as a evidence because it will be in the form of writing. So, this writing evidence will be more preferable than oral evidences. So, this audit program acts as evidence if the auditor is in case of negligence. Next is, it helps the auditor in assessing the cost of audit. So, here as I told, they are going to pre-plan in advance. So, each and every cost as well as each and every aspect will be mentioned in the audit program. So, it helps the auditor to clearly assess the cost of audit. So, what is the total cost of audit? Next, it helps to increase the efficiency of the audit staff. So, it helps to increase the efficiency of the audit staff since they are assigned with a particular type of work. So, it helps them to conduct their work in particular time period, complete the work in particular time period. Next, it serves as a guide. So, it acts as a guide for audit in succeeding years. So, here the experience of one audit program will act as a guide for next audit program in order to prepare next audit program, because the auditor will have a clear picture about what the mistakes they have made in the previous audit program. So, it always acts as a guide as the year passes. So, he will go on improving with preparation of audit program. Next, it brings about uniformity in the audit work from year to year, as the same audit program can be followed from year to year with necessary alteration. So, I have told you a single audit program cannot be applied for all type of organization, because there are various forms of organization, that is business organization. In the same way, this audit program has to be different from one to another. Now, as a year passes, so here the auditor gets a correct information about preparing an audit program. So, it acts as a guidance. So, one audit program acts as a guidance in order to prepare the next audit program. In the same way, so he will get an idea how to prepare audit program and how to implement that procedures which is mentioned in the audit program. So similar way, as the same audit program can be followed from year to year with necessary alteration. So if he has prepared a proper audit program for a particular type of organization, in the same way, if the next audit has to be done of the similar type of organization, then he can refer the previous audit program, but there should be a certain necessary alternatives because necessary adjustments has to be made because one organization is not similar to other type of organization. Now let us see what are the disadvantages of audit program. So audit program makes the audit assistants specialized only in their respective work. As a result, they cannot be assigned any other work. Now, what is the disadvantages of audit program? I have told you in audit program, they are going to mention each and every procedure at the same time division of work. But do you think all the auditors are specialized in all type of work? No, they are specialized in their particular field. Right? So, while preparing this audit program, it is difficult for an auditor to identify the specialized field of an auditor and assign the work. Because the work has to be assigned by an auditor to a respective staff depending upon their specialization. For example, if an auditor is specialized in financial respects, then audit work has to be given in that financial aspect only. Right? So, in the same way, it becomes difficult for an auditor to identify each auditor's specialization and distribute the work because it is decided in advance. As per that only, it has to be prepared. So, it is not an easy task to prepare an audit program. So, here an auditor has to collect all the information about the audit staff in which field they are specialized. So, depending upon that, audit work has to be assigned. Next, audit program makes the work of the audit staff stereotype and mechanical. So, what do you mean by that? Here, in the audit program, they will already mention what type of work has to be done by audit staff. Here, the audit staff has to do only that work which is mentioned in the audit program. So, it creates what? It creates stereotype as mechanical. So, they go on doing similar type of work again and again until the audit process gets end. So, they have to do the same type of work. So, depending upon the specialization, auditor will assign the work to the audit staff and the audit staff has to do the work simultaneously in a similar manner. In the sense, it acts as a mechanical. So, they have to do the work again and again. So, it acts as a mechanical as well as stereotype. Same type of work is done again and again. Next, audit program discourages the initiative and interest of the efficient audit staff. So here, this audit program discourages the audit staff who is very efficient and who is very intelligent. So, audit program discourages the initiative and interest of the efficient audit staff as they have to simply act according to the audit program and are not allowed to exercise their own judgment and discretion in the performance of the audit work. So, I have told you audit program is decided in advance. At the same time, the work has been divided. So, here as per audit program, this audit staff has to do their audit work. Now, what happens if the audit staff is very efficient and very intelligent? So, it becomes difficult for him to follow this audit program because he has to conduct work as per the audit program. So, it discourages such kind of efficient as well as intelligent audit staff because he cannot conduct other type of work because it is not mentioned in the audit program. At the same time, he cannot use his intelligence in doing the work because in audit program, they have mentioned the work as per their specialization, but they cannot undertake other type of work where they are interested in because in audit program, they have already mentioned what type of work they have to conduct. So, it discourages the brilliant as well as intelligent and who is very efficient audit staff. And the next one is inefficient and negligent audit staff may try to over up their inefficiency and deficiency by pleading that the audit program does not contain any specific instructions in that regard. Now, here on the other hand, for efficient and intelligent audit staff, it discourages. At the same time, one who is inefficient and negligent, so they can reduce their work and they can give the reason that audit program was not according to their interest. So they can blame on audit program. Who is inefficient as well as negligent audit staff can blame the audit program, telling that so they can't do their work efficiently because of this audit program where they have not mentioned the interest of the audit staff. Next is, as an audit program fixes a time limit. So I have told you in the advantages. So it fixes up the time limit where the audit staff have to complete their audit work. So there is a time duration which has been fixed. So as the audit program fixes a time limit for the completion of the audit work, the work may be hurried up. So if there is excess work and the time duration is very less, then it leads to hurried up of work. So hurried up by the audit staff, consequently the efficiency of audit staff may suffer. So here it creates a burden for the audit staff because they have already created a time limit. So they have already mentioned the time limit within which they have to complete their work. So if there is excess work and the time limit is very less, and it leads the audit staff to hurry up their work, which decreases the inefficiency of the audit staff. Next, even a well-prepared audit program may not contain every point that might come up during the course of audit, as it is drawn before the commencement of audit. That means there is a danger that some part of the audit might be left unchecked. Now here, audit program is nothing but which is prepared before the commencement of business. So here, if the auditor does not have sufficient knowledge, then there may be a chances that some points might have left out. In the same way, if the auditor is very brilliant also, there is a chances that some point might have left out which come across during the process of audit. So during such situation, it creates a panic among the audit staff, which was not there in the audit program, but when they are actually doing the audit work, so they will come across such type of situations or transactions which is unable to take up by the audit staff. So even a well-prepared audit staff may not contain every point. So there may be chances that certain point they have missed out. So in such cases that come up during the course of audit, as it is drawn before the commencement of the audit, so in such cases it creates panic among the audit staff. So they will not know how to handle such kind of situation because it was not there in the audit program and they are well prepared with the audit program, but during the course of an audit they might come across some changes. So that changes might not be suddenly accepted by the audit staff. Next, when there is an audit program, the auditor work has to be detailed and systematic. Detailed and systematic, this may increase the work of the auditor and the cost of audit work. So here, as per the audit program, auditing is being conducted. So it has to be conducted as per systematic, as which was mentioned in the audit program. So it should be detailed and systematic. So this may increase the work of an auditor as well as the cost of audit also increases because it has to be conducted systematic, and even at the same time if the time duration is also less, then it creates a big task for an auditor to complete the work. Next, when there is an audit program, there is a danger that same audit program may be followed from year to year without any alterations. This will reduce the effectiveness of audit work. So I have told you, so if an auditor prepares an audit program and conducts this audit work, so he'll come to know what the mistakes he has made. And for the same type of organization, so they can follow same type of audit program. But if they follow the same type of audit program without any alterations, then it will be a very difficult task for an auditor. So here the inefficiency creates in the audit report. Now, when there is an audit program, there is a danger that same audit program may be followed from year to year. So here the auditor may take up the task of auditing but uses the same audit program without any alterations. So here there should be certain alterations from one audit program to another audit program, because each type of organization is not same. They are totally different. So there is a need for alteration. If the auditor have not altered this audit program and is following same type of audit program, then it decreases the effectiveness of audit work. So it creates effectiveness, or it reduces the effectiveness of audit work. Next point is, there cannot be uniform audit program that can be adopted for all business concern, as each business concern has its own peculiarities and problems. So this I have told you. So each and every audit program is not suitable for all type of organizations. So there should be alterations. So if there is no alterations, then it is not implied for all type of organization, because each and every organization has its own nature, has its own type, as well as its own problems. So here, depending upon that, after knowing that, an auditor has to prepare an audit program. It's not that an audit program is already prepared and they are going to follow that same audit program in a different type of organization. So it cannot be followed. So as a business concern, as a nature and type of business concern is totally different. So they have to follow different type of audit program depending upon their nature and type. Next, a rigid audit program is useless. So I have told you, in the features of audit program should be flexible in nature. So what do you mean by flexible? In the sense, depending upon the situation, nature and type of the business, it should be able to change. So a strict audit program which cannot be changed is useless. In the sense, a rigid audit program is useless. So depending upon their circumstances, changes, even the audit program has to be changed. So it should be planned in such a way that, so during certain situations, it should be changed. Next, audit program does not serve any useful purpose for small concerns. So this audit program does not suitable for small concern. In other words, audit program is waste for small concerns. So here, this preparation of audit program is waste for small concerns, because the work burden is very less and they can directly go on through the auditing process instead of preparing this audit program. Audit program will be prepared when the number of work or the workload is more and they require more number of audit staff. In such situation, audit program has to be drafted. So in my next session, I am going to discuss about this topic, that is audit notebook. So till now we have discussed about audit program, its features, its content, as well as advantage and disadvantage of audit program. In my next session, I am going to continue with audit notebook. So my dear students, hope you have understood the session. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.